This is Quest for Freedom with Natalie Sisson, and today I want to talk to you about how to break free from your own constraints and live the life you want. More importantly, I want to talk to you about the essence behind this entire Quest for Freedom podcast and the journey that I'm on personally to help you find more freedom in your life every single day. And I've been working on a little bit of research in the background around what does freedom really mean? And this is really what the true essence of this podcast is, and it's going to become much more about this. And so I wanted to share with you an article where I first introduced this exciting research that we've been pulling into a framework with the help of actually several volunteers through my righttofreedom.com website, where you can take a really short survey and tell me what you think freedom means to you. And I'd like to say a special shout out to the volunteers who've helped from when I first came up with this concept a couple of years ago, then ran away from it because it was just such a big vision that I had that it became a little bit scary, even for a big action taker like me. So recently, the lovely Nina Ribbenkit has come on board, and her background is around making sense of research and data and turning that into an analysis that actually has true meaning behind it and finding the nuggets of gold in that. And so we've been going through all these incredible survey responses, around 600 so far from all over the world, and trying to make sense of the data and see if we can pull out some themes. And she's just done an incredible job in bringing that to life, for which I'm really grateful. And so I wrote a blog post for Lifehack. I'm a contributor there now. And I said, look, I'd really love to talk about this topic. And they were like, yeah, go for it. And it's a little bit based on some of the ideas in my TED Talk, but then it's the first time I've released this information around this new freedom framework that I'm working on, and that I hope you, as the listener of the Quest for Freedom, will actually be able to contribute to in the very, very near future. So sit back, relax as I read out the article that I wrote on Lifehack, and I'll also share this across, obviously, on my podcast, which you can find at nataliesisson.com/19. I'd like you to imagine waking up tomorrow with no limitations whatsoever. How would you spend your day? Who would you spend it with? Where in the world would you be? And how would you feel? Over the past 6 years, I've asked hundreds of people this question. And guess what? 99% of them have no idea how to answer it. They have never thought about what their perfect day looks like, let alone how to describe it in vivid detail. Somewhere along the way, people stopped chasing their dreams. They stopped imagining what their perfect day looks like, and they started handing over the reins to society, who told them what to do and how to live. I found myself in this place too, where I'd given away my freedom, and I wanted it back. What exactly is freedom? According to the Oxford Dictionary, it's the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants. But is that really what true freedom means to you? I shared in my TEDx talk the surprising truth about freedom, that I believe freedom is a right, not a privilege, and it's up to you to create your own freedom plan. I personally spent the last 6 years living out of a suitcase, traveling the world to 70 countries. And I did this because I wanted to explore the world and experiment with living and working from anywhere and everywhere, until I designed and created my perfect freedom business that supports my ideal lifestyle. Then in early 2017, I chose to flip my life 180 degrees when I bought a beautiful house and 2.5 acres of land in New Zealand with my partner. We got 5 chickens, an adorable puppy, and put down roots. I discovered a different type of freedom that's based around family, friends, and a sense of community, as well as a profound connection to being on nature's doorstep for my ideal lifestyle. So why does freedom feel so elusive to so many? As I've already stated, your version of freedom is totally unique to you, so it's up to you to choose. Freedom for some people is sailing around the world. For others, it's living in a yurt in the forest. And for others, it's the right to vote, to get married or stay single, to have a beautiful home or to have no home at all. And when I ask people if they feel free, they almost always respond with saying that the answer depends on something out of their control. For example, when I have more money, I can make my own schedule and do what I want. Or when I've quit my job and can do my own thing. Or when I don't have to be stuck in one place, ... then I'll be or feel free. Here's the thing that most people don't realize though. Freedom is a state of mind rather than a specific condition of existence. I'll say that again. Freedom is a state of mind rather than a specific condition of existence. True freedom starts with your thoughts and freeing yourself from your own inner critic or limiting beliefs that tell you what you are and aren't capable of. We may not have been born with the same privileges, access to education, money, or political rights, but we are all given the same amount of time in a day to pursue our dreams and make them a reality. And if we can't control our external circumstances, we can definitely control our internal ones. Freedom is the possibility to have choice, and purpose helps you choose. Freedom is the space around you, where your purpose is your compass showing you where to move in that space. So how do you choose your version of freedom? Well, I'm obsessed with freedom and the definition of it. I created the Right to Freedom survey to ask people this very question. Please go and do it if you're listening. righttofreedom.com. And of course you're listening because it's a podcast. Over 600 responses later, and there is one universal truth emerging. Freedom usually is split into positive and negative freedom. Freedom from, like the absence of constraints, and freedom to, the freedom to do what we want. There is also a third level, freedom to be, which is also a positive freedom, but on a deeper emotional level. It's inner freedom. It is this inner freedom that I believe is the most important and that we intend to research further. Your definition of freedom may be completely different to mine, but one thing remains the same. It's our ability to choose that makes us feel truly free. Through the answers we've collected so far, we've identified 4 elements of freedom. I'm really excited to share these with you here. Number 1, flexibility. What you want, when you want, and where you want. In short, this is independence and choices free from restrictions. Number 2, self-actualization. This is about fulfilling your dreams, being free to pursue your passion while being free from judgment. This is strongly linked to doing work of your choice, a career or business you love. Number 3, responsibility. Creating stability for yourself and others by having control of your own security, health, and financial situation ultimately makes you feel more free. And number 4, contribution. The ability to contribute, help others, and to make an impact is a feeling of freedom on a whole other level. So how do you go for achieving more freedom? Well, you can follow these baby steps. Step 1, awareness of your definition of freedom. What do you want? Not many people have truly thought about the definition of freedom and what it means to them personally, but when asked, most can tell you a few things that make them feel free. And these are usually literal things they attribute to the meaning of freedom. So ask yourself the question, what makes me feel free? Then write down your answers, discuss them with friends, and start the conversation with people who matter in your life. Step 2, understanding of your needs and the purpose of freedom. Why do you want it? Not everyone thinks about why they define freedom a certain way, but everyone does have a deeper reason for why they desire freedom. If you understand your needs and reason for wanting those freeing things in life, it's easier to achieve them. Again, write down your why. Why do you want more freedom? Step 3, action. Map out your personal freedom plan. How can you get it? Mapping out a plan needs to be done on an individual level based on your needs and wants. So who is better suited to do it but you? It starts by getting very clear on your ideal lifestyle and what that looks like to you. Let the questions at the beginning guide you to finding your answers. So there you have it. What does freedom mean to you? Give me your answer. Go to righttofreedom.com. That's RIGHT, the digit 2, freedom.com. I really hope you enjoyed that article. I was really thrilled to put it out there, but it was also, well, for me, a little bit of a big breath in and a big breath out because, you know, as I said, I've kind of been sitting on this concept around the right to freedom and what it means, and finding the definition of freedom and building a whole framework around it that as we develop it, we can actually help apply to your life. And we've got lots more that we want to add, and that was just the beginning. There's going to be a framework, there's going to be a freedom tracker, there's probably going to be an app, but I really just kind of wanted to introduce it to you today and to also let you know that on the quest for freedom, my aim going forward is to make it more regular, shorter, bite-sized podcasts where I'm going to be helping you get more personal freedom on a daily basis. So if that sounds good to you, do come across to nataliesisson.com/19 and leave a comment on what else you'd love to see on this podcast. So if I can help you achieve more personal freedom on a daily basis, that's personal freedom, that might be physical freedom, relationship freedom, financial freedom, every type of freedom that's personal to you, then I want to know exactly what's important in your life right now. What are you struggling with? What are you challenged by? What are you investigating? What are you experimenting with? Let's go deep into this. This is important. Your freedom, my freedom, our freedom is so important. Thank you for listening. You can check this out on iTunes if you're not already, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud. Leave a review. Please leave a little review. It'd be so lovely because it helps other people to find my work. And right now, if you would like more freedom in your business, I am running a live freedom lab. So if you're hearing this before October 10th, go across to nataliesisson.com/lab. This is a freedom lab that is a live 30-day challenge to help you outsource like a rock star, start delegating and handing over your work, making your first hire, or maybe your fifth, and slowly but surely building out your dream team and the systems that you need so that you can do more of the work you love and have more time to yourself to do whatever you want. If that sounds good to you, enrollment is right now through until the 9th of October. Either way, go to nataliesisson.com/lab to enroll or to get details on when I'll be doing that again. Thank you so much for listening, and tune in to the next episode where I'm going to share some great tips on your personal freedom.